I feel trapped. Nothing feels appealing to me. Even writing, which I used to love doing in my free time, feels like too much work. I don't even have that tact I used to have. I feel like a fraud. That's the imposter syndrome talking. I'm waiting for something to happen. C.S. Lewis, my friend, do you understand me? I like to imagine that, but alas, we actually don't. Same thing with you, Sylvia Plath, and you, Black Ray. We don't actually know each other, and we probably never will. But I like to believe. I like to believe in the impossible. Sometimes get my hopes up. Sometimes because I'm gullible. Always because I care too much. Apathy is the death of me. Apathy feels more appealing the more I live. Perfect coping mechanism. To not have a care in the world. To sleep away my days and nights. To never need to wake up again. To live in a dream where everything's at peace. That's what heaven's like. My name's Lilith. I'm going to hell. But until then, I'm riding away in limbo. Complacency, complacency. Tisk, tisk, Lilith. You forget off the rope. I was like the fly. The wings are clipped off at birth. But now I'm free from fate. I'll soon become part of the fray. I grabbed the keys to the shed. I grabbed the rope. I found you, my ear child. The feast inside me giggled. Back home, the modern home ceiling fan was fun and spun. It's increasing the carbon in the atmosphere by existing. Fuck you, modern home ceiling fan. You remind me of Don Quixote. I wage war on you. Sorry. I tied the rope next to the modern home ceiling fan. I tell the AC it's next. The modern home ceiling fan had a mind of his own, I tell you. The light bulbs crushed under the spiritual pressure of the room. I put its hand on it, gave it on my neck, and tied its fingers tightly. I never experienced something so tragic before. That's hyperbole. Flashed before my eyes. A phantasmagoria of untable past. Times with buck teeth, times with braces, times with a buzz cut, times with a part. I don't have a job. I have school, but I want a job too. Am I greedy? My tendrils froze as the blood migrated towards a shameful place. I remember the shame of being in the hospital and having a bad dream, a wet dream. That dream traumatized me and probably made me asexual. That time was depicted in one of my many suicide notes. One that was a part of the suicide note collection that got lost in the hospital. At least it was just a dream, but it felt real. One thing you should know about me, I can never commit. Every suicide note I pen is a lie. From the first one I penned in New Year's when I was 7 to this, whatever this is. Even the last one, whenever that is. Because I lived through you. I, a sick in the head parasite, I leech off my parents to make their brains hurt, and then I use my power to make you weep for me. The tears shed are pennies to the eternal worm. It's a dead to you for caring so much about these broken words. It drinks your water and will someday blossom to a flower. The struggle is beautiful from afar, after all. That's what Kai Solo said. All these frail ideas dart around this frontal lobe. Poor things. I feed into them because my amygdala is so moody. How garish it is for the modern homeschooling fan to turn stuff on. It's automated murder. This murder is okay though. It's what I wanted. It's what I deserve. The modern homeschooling fan decides what's best for me. I love the modern homeschooling fan. It spins because I want it to. It's wrong to say otherwise. It fits itself on my neck, tighter and tighter. It spins for me, and I spin for it, like the golden ratio, mathematical perfection. This is how it should be. Faster, 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 faster. The modern home slings fans funnel me like a centrifuge. I'm but a vial of blood to it, yet to bleed out and die. Merely a tiny sample, a shell of a former person. I'm flying now. The modern home sling fan is was a propeller in its dream. The world's so blue. Someone should cheer it up. If I bleed enough, maybe it'll turn red. Red is a romantic color. But then, Lilith remembers she isn't the world. Do we have anything in common? There's no response. The world doesn't care, but somebody does. If only I could remember. The blue bled into white. The white was lined with silver, 3 pieces of it to be exact. The silver spoke to me. Here's what it said. If you could kill, I could buy your liberation. The lines of silver grew to be jagged. It cracked the olive vial and spilled blood. No use in crying for it. It isn't white like milk. And plus, crying will feed the eternal worm. Isn't the worm evil or something? I forgot what happened after. They told me not to write a part in. Censorship, I tell you. You what? I'm sorry. Sorrow isn't enough. The sorrow feeds the eternal worm. You dare speak its name to existence? I am a part of the eternal worm already. You cannot escape the eternal worm. Jesus hugged Lilith. This is not the way. You shouldn't speak to him like that. I came here to save you, though. You're not ready to save me yet. Don't say that. I can wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. You need to grow up and learn more about life before you can save me. But Jesus slices the rope on Lilith's neck just by staring at it. Modern home ceiling fan no longer controls Lilith. I couldn't save him, but I could save you. But I want to save you! You'll forgive me for this someday. Jesus held Lilith's hand as she descended from the clouds. He was the only thing keeping Lilith there. Lilith closed her eyes and wept. Maybe one day, the eternal worm wept with her. And then I remembered there aren't any Martin Homestein fans in my house. That's the Iliadi reference, by the way. The whole thing is the Iliadi reference. That's a great song, by the way. I've officially lost vision is the name, by the way. You should check it out.